and welcome to Wow. Hi, guys. You can clap it up. You've made it. You've made it here. Check y'all out. I like that view, Paul. I was seeing like some people in the front row. It was giving like 90s bootleg. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Welcome to Women Orator Wednesday. I am your host, Sumbodies Mama. We are at the Loisaida Center. Give it up for where we are. Give it up for all the staff here. Give it up for yourselves for making it out. It's a beautiful day in November. Global warming is real. If you're coming in, go ahead and just find yourself a seat. If you're going to sign up on that open mic list, I welcome you to. We are welcome to like diary entries, grocery lists, the thoughts on your minds. I'm here for all of it. I'm going to go over a few house rules. This event is absolutely live streamed and can be accessed on our YouTube channel. It's recording right now, and right after the show, you will be able to go on our YouTube channel and see it immediately. Our exits, this will be our exit. This is my left, your right, okay? If you are looking for a restroom, you're gonna exit to the right, and you're gonna make another right, and you'll see it right there, right next to the restroom. There are cups for water. Cool? Please do not mess up this space. It's being donated to us. We're sharing this space with Loisaida because New Eurekan is under construction, and so no graffiti. Don't drop any like candy wrappers on my floor. I know Halloween was last week. Calm it down, keep it cute, and be very demure. All right. I want to encourage you to use the bathroom between performances and try not to move around while people are up here. Right now, silence your device. I'm going to do the same. Take your phone out, and just because I was hosting an event last week, and the way that my phone interrupted my own performance is so disrespectful. So go ahead, silence your devices, and no throwing items on to the stage. I don't know. I heard somebody really got something thrown at them at one of these poetry events. No roses, no tomatoes, no shoes, no clothing. At my personal events, feel free to throw panties. I accept bras, boxers. I like that kind of stuff, but just not here, okay? Okay? All right. I knew we were here. So for my open mic rules, each performer is going to get 3 to 5 minutes. Based on the performance of your piece, you can do like 1 or 2, but it's 3 to 5 minutes. I have my good friend Paul in the wing. Paul, do you have your light today? Oh, do y'all see that? It's almost impossible not to see this unless you are like blind in this eye. So when you see that light, that means the time has come. The time has come for you to wrap it up, okay? We love you, but you got to get off the mic. If you want a quality video of your performance, wait until you can see yourself in the live stream TV. There's a monitor right here. And right before, I'm wearing the perfect shirt for this today. Right before you open your mouth, there's going to be on the screen this logo. It's going to look exactly like this. You're going to wait for this logo to fade, and now it is your time. This is the beginning of your professionally filmed piece, okay? Cool. You should be able to see yourselves. Yes, I told you this. Oh, don't touch my microphone. This is actually Paul's microphone. This is Loisaida's microphone. They told me to let you know, don't touch it. I'm gonna adjust it for you, okay? It's very sensitive. It's a very special piece of I don't know. We need it. Just don't touch it. Okay, cool. Try not to yell into the microphone because Paul's job is to make sure that he hears us all. He has on these headsets, and we don't want to mess up his hearing, okay? There is no censorship, there is no hate speech, and unfortunately for me, there is no nudity, okay? Yes, boots and no nipples. I love nipples. Okay, halfway through the open mic, if there are any latecomers, we'll figure it out for the list, okay? But make sure that if you have anybody who's coming in who wants to be on that mic, they know to scan that QR code or to talk to Ron in this corner, okay? Cool beans. I am going to start out, and with just a little something from my notes. I've been reading through my notes recently, just trying to clean out my phone. Apple is charging me too much for storage. I don't understand how I'm using so much storage. I don't even take pictures like that. It's crazy. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna announce who's on deck, and that is who is going to be next on the microphone. But who's on the microphone right now is me, right? So I'm gonna say on deck is Yelisa, but coming to the microphone right now, give it up for me, your host, Sumbodies Mama. So this is just just like this note in my notes that I'm thinking about expanding on. It was an idea. I am a slam poet, which means I use my poetry to compete against other poets and their poetry, which is kind of stupid, but you know, it works. It's a beautiful kind of war. Anyway, this is just something from my notes. It was like an idea. My friends are walking and I can't help it. Like, I'm throwing stuff over. Shout outs to people coming out. Word, I'm just gonna read this and then we're gonna get to the next part of the bite. Girl, you paid your taxes? I paid mine. Yes, I know where the money goes. What? No, I don't know what it sounds like when a bomb takes a child from a mother. Girl, it's tax season. Let's go catch drinks or sponsor a war or a genocide. Girl, have I watched the news? No, I'm too busy spending this money to be concerned, girl. How you got time to watch the news? I'm too first world, too American, too consumed with ways to be distracted, girl. Let's book a vacation or watch the Super Bowl or the Grammys. It's easy. Sounds like ka-ching or kaboom, girl. Ain't you somebody's mama? Don't you need a new pair of shoes? Ain't you on food stamps? How you gonna bite the hand that feeds your kids? How many dependents you got, girl? It's tax season. You know, you don't know nobody with mouths they need claim. That check gonna take me through the next few months, and girl, we can really book a vacation. We can go to Dubai or India or anywhere that ain't nuclear right now. Girl, I'm not quite sure where. I told you, I'm too first world for all that information. You know, ignorance is bliss, bitch, and the only thing bomb here is me and this return check. Girl, I don't know shit about the news. I'm too busy spending this money to be concerned, too consumed with ways to be distracted. Let's book a vacation or watch the Super Bowl or the Grammys. It's easy. Okay. Cool. So, thank you. I did not go over time. That's why I did not get a light. Cool. But if you do go over time, remember you will get, what will you get? Hey, check y'all are with me today. So, on deck, I will tell you if I can find my list. On deck, we have Mimi Rez. Mimi, you here? Okay. Oh, that's my person in the +1. Okay, cool. On deck, we have Mimi Rez. But coming up to the stage, give it up for Yelisa.
Hi. I haven't done this in years, so bear with me. I don't know what to feel when, or say, or what to say when I think of me. In my eyes, everyone has it easy. Everyone is beautiful and deserves someone. But me? Why would I want to disappoint anyone? Why bring anyone into my mess of a life? Not only is my life a mess, but I look a mess. With my lack of health and lack of wealth, what I got? I'm a good mom. Does that count for something? I'm caring and loving. That don't count for nothing. At least that's what I've been told. And my heart can't control delete. The negative words I was told are the ones that replay in my mind when I'm with friends, family, and especially potential lovers. You have no value, you are worthless, and my anxiety's favorite, you are a burden. I try to shake those thoughts away. I try to shrink my insecurity. I try to smile and pretend I'm okay. Because what can I say? A part of me believes these things are true. Why? I have no clue. I battle them, though. I tell myself the truth. I am a good woman. I am empathetic, smart, clever. I can laugh at myself and be the life of the party. I may have flaws, but who doesn't? I am beautiful where it matters. And what I lack for in physical health, physical balance, I make up for in presence. No one in my life can ever say that if they reach out, I'm not there. I advocate and empathize. I support every talent and every dream I can. I'm always a number one fan. I will tell you like it is, but I will validate you. Is that really a woman of low value? Or am I just in the wrong hands? That's what I tell myself when I'm battling. And while I'm manifesting, I'm a future social worker, a woman with a career and a child who loves her. A small circle of friends who appreciate and care. Quality over quantity is where it is. If I'm a burden, then who are you? My balance is a burden I carry, a battle I fight, every day and every night. And it's not even one I need to. I just feel like I have to. Because the ones who don't really care point it out as if it's a sword hanging from my back. As if it's them who can't stand straight and battling their health while questioning every step they take. If I'm the burden, then so are you. Because I can't be peacefully present in the moment. Hearing you sigh as you realize you have to slow down to let me catch up. I can't breathe when I see the annoyance when I have to find alternative entrances to avoid the stairs. Fuck you for making me feel like like my voice shouldn't be heard. I am imperfect, and fuck you if you think that's not good enough.
I stand with you on that. Yeah, fuck you. Oh, look, I need to reposition the microphone. You see? Look at that. The microphone wasn't perfectly positioned, but fuck that. You still ate this up. That was amazing. Give it up one more time for Yelisa. All right. So, on deck I have Rin, but coming up to the stage, give it up. Oh my goodness, this is the first time I get to have 1.5 people on the microphone. Give it up for Mimi Rez. You're so beautiful. 1.5.
Hey everyone, my name is Melinda Perez. My stage name is Mimi Rez. I'm so happy to be here tonight. One of my goals was to come up here and finish this song, finish writing the song, and to perform it before this baby came out. And I'm 8.5 months pregnant, 35 weeks. So I just barely made it. I might give birth on this stage, but let's let's hope not. But before I start the song, I have the responsibility to give you guys a trigger warning. This song is about consent, or I should say lack thereof. And with the crazy fact that there are 1 in 3 women all over the globe who have been sexually assaulted, this song is for all of us. But don't worry, my husband had consent before he put this baby in me, so it's not that. But without further ado, I'm going to sing this song called Shame. Let me tell you a story about a girl who wants to know it's not about glory. It's how she lost all trust in men before you turn your head. Take a second and try to listen. Maybe you'll learn a little thing about consent. The night was young. He was enticing with intellectual conversation. What could go wrong? She had a few more drinks without hesitation. As the night went on, he was working his charm, planning round her liberation, gunning strong. He knew either way she was bound to get some shame, 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 shame. She knew she was gone. She wanted to call it a night, have the Uber on her phone, but he was too strong, insisting and persisting all the way to her home. He got her alone. She was slipping in and out into oblivion. She lay like a stone until the next morning with nothing but her shirt on. Shame, 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 shame. Flashback of the night. He's on top, degrading and fading. He won't stop escalating. She's fading, but she's saying no, no. Flashback of the night. He's on top, degrading and fading. He won't stop escalating. She's fading, but she's saying no, no. Shame, 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 shame. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Oh, yes. You can find me on Instagram. It's MimiRez, MIMI_REZ. And I have other creative projects coming up, especially after this baby. So, yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
I do not miss 8 months of. I do not miss any part of pregnancy. You're strong. You so strong. It's just so beautiful. You I'm gonna be singing that all week. Give it up again for Mimi and her little 8-month belly. It's so cute. Oh, God bless you. Yeah, I hope I never have to do that again. Me and my son have been recently fighting about this like sibling thing. I would have killed to be an only child. Everything is his. But what do I know? Okay, enough of me. On deck, I got Ann with an E. I love that. But coming up to the stage, give it up for Ren. No. Go back. Y'all gotta stop acting like that. Yeah, this New York. Mondani won yesterday. Y'all not feeling good about yourselves? Just make more noise than that. Just actually act like you're from New York. I don't know if you transplants, but there's no way. I know mice louder than you. Okay, I think I got them together. I might have gathered them just quickly. Okay. All right, one more time. We're gonna swipe that from the live. All right. Give it up for Rin.
You might have to. I know I got the energy, but you know. So I was gonna actually do another poem, but it seems like the vibe for tonight. So this poem I'm gonna be saying is called Pink Matter. It is inspired by a Frank Ocean song. So some of you guys might recognize that. I'm not just pink matter, I matter. A masterpiece, think Beethoven Symphony or Heartbreaking 808s, a song that cannot be skipped when it plays, a fix for an itch, an addiction to rhythm I crave, the feelings of blues like an empath I take. I embrace a good melody, but everything produced lately just disrupts my balance and disarms my chi. Frank Ocean once said, if it brings me to my knees, it's a bad religion. However, I believe it's just a love for the thrill and the high from the chase. Hearts race when words hit the soul, sharper than the samurai's katana blade. I fall in love with the hooks, absorbing the pain between my headphone pads instead of filling up the pages of my poetry book. But look, my guilty pleasure is the album Channel Orange on repeat. Sometimes when he sings, I feel like he could see me. All those little things, those big feelings and distant memories. To forget the past, I listen to rap, hoping for a new remedy. It's too loud for sadness, and oftentimes misunderstood. People think that is madness. But when the bass hits, it leaves no room for fucks to give, no shits to miss. And when the beat drops, I'm off my chair like the seat's hot because this is my favorite song. Humming away at my burdens, I know my future's uncertain. I just hope for purpose. When I close my eyes, I wonder, what do you think my brain was made for? But even though childhood lullabies remind us that we are not physically timeless, there's still room for love and unity in this world. I'm not just pink matter, I matter. Thank you. You can find me on IG at real_KVMM. Thank you.
Give it up for Rin. All right, so I just want to also give us some, let's give you some freedom. I want to give you some permission to wild out when you hear something you really like, right? Like, I'm in the back, and I'm snapping my fingers, and I'm trying to be cool, calm, and collected, because I want to get picked up by the mic. I'm kind of loud from the Bronx. But if you hear something you like, you can say, wow. Come on, say it with me. Wow. You can say, ooh. You can say, ah. You can say, run that shit back. I didn't know how many of you were going to join me on that one, but shout outs to you. Feel free to do any of those things, but make sure that the artist on stage feels loved, feels your presence, because they're here. They're giving you all they got, right? Right. Okay, cool. So on deck, I have Mollie. Mollie came to my last open mic. I'm so excited to see you again. Okay, on deck, I have Mollie, but coming up to the stage, give it up for And with an E.
Hello. I've never done this before. This is a poem. Can you hear me okay? Champagne pending. She took last year's champagne, took it for herself on a drab day for no good reason. The holidays were long since done. Winter had dispersed. Oh, sorry. All right. Is this all right? Yeah. Winter had dispersed. Spring unfurled and then dissipated. Summer bloomed out, slouched into fall. It had waited, misted and promising in the back of the fridge behind apples that wrinkled, eggs that sat long enough to float, flanked by leftovers, perfect for a reinvention that never took place. Champagne kept ready, poised for something special, for someone who mattered. Then, after tonight's compost and before tomorrow's defrosting, and after the calendar and the lists and the sorting and the scooping and the folding, she took it out and did not put it back. A remnant pack of cigarettes in one hand, the cool neck of the bottle in the other, and out the back door into the night. She gulped in gorgeous, damp, earthy lifeblood air and smoke and woods, leaves all fresh and all rotting. Her champagne now, because fuck it. When had she become a domestic appliance? With the youngest selfish man? With the eldest greedy child? She clawed kindling into a pile, coaxed a puny flicker into an adequate flame. She took last year's champagne, eased the cork off in a way that made not a bright pop, but a lovely baritone sigh. Of course it fucking did. She was always a sucker for the baritones. All past. All echoes now. The ones who died are never as gone as the ones who left. Did it know that it had missed the unmet occasion, this classy prize she dared to take for herself, squandered on an unimportant woman before a small weeknight fire of scraps? It had been reserved, this premium extra brute, reserved for his happy recovery, for the graduation party, the wedding, or the clever, spontaneous gathering of brilliant friends who were worth it. Always ready in case someone should be celebrated, or maybe so that others could be protected from under-celebrating her. No worries, don't get up, I have just the thing. Always just the right thing for all the days that never came. She took last year's champagne and stood up and peed in the woods and whirled at the sky and danced with her fire shadow, a song of guts and heart, a prayer that howled, a spirit still smoldering. The champagne frothed and flew. She splashed the stars and the rocks in the straw and wanted more. Not more champagne, just more.
And with an E, did you say you coaxed a puny flicker into a substantial flame? Nonsense. It's crazy. It's crazy. The woman's pen is smoking something. Possibly K2. Yeah, that was phenomenally done. Give it up again for Anne with an E. Okay, so on deck, I have Mich. But coming up, give it up for Mollie.
That was my mom, and and it's her birthday in 2 days, so happy birthday, Mom. Love her. Okay. I have some very new poems. New shit. Okay. My favorite part about dating you was skipping dinner. Let's grab a drink instead and let you believe that I run on tequila sodas, poison and soda waters as my bread. Distraction is the best part of young love. I think I was born to be distracted, misguided into feeling really in control, like a tequila soda dinner becoming a fine dining experience, even though I am not one to sleep through hunger on my own. Only in company do I develop a taste for an empty stomach, to be something like a role model to myself and to you. So my favorite part about our dates was the feeling of beautiful, showing up polished, sweet, perfectly late, on a hunt for poison, soda, lime, alcohol, no sugar, I'm fine, no meat, just the tired skin and lies through my teeth, I'm fine. My favorite part was walking home before an early morning shift. I'd stop in the silent light of sun peeking out. I'd stop at the French bakery for something sweet. I earned this. What's more appealing than a reward? I earned this from famine to feast. I loved those walks home in a dopey bare face or the smudges of last night's mascara remains in a dress booked for nights, making a guest appearance in the dawn light. I smiled with a glide through every step to my croissant, feeling ravishing with the glow of having somewhere to be, the feeling of being wanted, shaping me into a real beauty. Stupid bitch, this woman once said as we passed on the empty morning pavement, me and my spaghetti-strapped shoulders, stupid, smile full of daydreams, hollow stomach full on poison. Yeah, stupid bitch, that was my favorite part. Poem. I am not afraid of the blood coming out of me, but want to bathe in its relief. Is it disgusting that I've always enjoyed the smell of period blood, ecstatic at the way it brings me back down to earth in its own aroma, an entity, it's hard to keep it up. This feeling real, connecting the joints and muscles, the fat and flesh to a mind. What is it that I'm here for? What is there to maintain body and skin, the textures of your hair? Catching your reflection might beg you to ask, have you been here all this time? Then what a shame I have not yet asked for your favorite flowers. And I know none of your answers. I got my first period at 19, a little something abnormal, a little gift from the gods. Here you are healthy and trudging along past this and that, a deadly illness. You may stumble on some stray branches, but you are real. There is blood in the toilet. Stopped in your tracks. I cried on the phone to a friend the other day. You might have seen a girl breaking down, wilting into my pillow beside the window. Full sun on display. What am I? I called this old coworker. And what is it that I do? Have I ever done anything ever? I would bathe in my own period blood if I could. My dear, she said, you are an observer. Thank you. Oh, yes. My Instagram is Mollie Altucher, Mollie with an I-E, and then my last name, Altucher. Thank you.
Give it up for Mollie. Give it up for Mollie's mom. And with an E, it's her birthday. I just want to know when I'm invited for dinner because I want whatever y'all are eating in that household. Everybody's writing amazing things. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm a little jealous. All right, cool. On deck, I have a singer. I'm really excited about. Altorrz. Yes? Did I say that right? Did I mess that up? I messed that up? No, I said that right. Okay, on deck, I have Altorrz. But coming to the stage, give it up for Mich.
Okay. Hey. He says closer. Okay. Is this close enough? Okay. I got some new shit. Thank you. I just wrote this week, so we'll see how it goes. Open to your feedback also at the end, please. It's called Pretty in Pink. What is the fucking issue? I'm hoping you can tell me as I burn through this joint and through another box of tissues. Maybe I'm just a misfit, ignorant to her privilege, but I'm barefoot in the wreckage, bleeding just to send this message. I'm not okay. You see, the voices and the demons, they got the best of me today. They throw around these words like schizo and bipolar, tell me to keep it to myself. So I grab a crayon, paint some borders. But they're too loose to keep me in as I dodge and weave these questions by running holes into my shoes. Did you hear it in the news? Pretty girl down the street, I guess she blew a fuse. Want to help them understand that it's not something I choose. And they still blame me when it's them who missed the clues. And in the end, this only happened because I had something to prove. Now I'm on the lorazepam, but I guess it's still much better than remembering the night that you raped me in your minivan. But I guess it ain't the same when the source of all this pain comes with all this extra shame. And in the end, they say, she's just so pretty in pink, chasing dreams of designer things. But I bet you wouldn't think that she's been to the bottom of every bottle. Oh, but not the kind you'd guess. See, my truth comes in orange, the kind that rattles and is made from plastic. So I ask it to take this edge off, not to be dramatic. A frequent shopper at the pharmacy, pretty pills like pearls in a Walgreens sleeve. Luxury sedation, 'cause ain't it chic to grieve? You see, I dream in Ferragamo and brands I don't yet know, but I'm reduced down to this stiff, tight jacket. I guess she couldn't hack it. Throw her in a room, put her in confinement, couldn't stand on business. Betcha Bieber, he would clock it. So now let's hold her hostage to the demons and the doctors, coding algorithms of the uppers and the downers. So this fierce repetition is just this pretty girl's petition who's got healing as a mission, and I don't want to play the victim. See, I don't want to lead with my trauma as I strive to heal my karma. I'm not ready to give up, but I know it's kind of hard to ignore the writing on the wall, so just still trying to prove that I'm more than a pretty face, but these old habits die so hard, so I paint it on. Smile big and pretty anyways. But even in all the ketamine, the healing got ahead of me, just trying to find a remedy, just trying to chase a better me. And then this numb and strung out rendering. Did the healing get ahead of me, or did it just get the best of me and then become my enemy, deserted me in all my wounds, dodging bullets and the memories? Like a Fendi dream, I can throw... Oh, wait, nope. So I'll try again tomorrow, till it's time to drown my sorrows. Maybe just for now. You have a pill that I could borrow? Like a Fendi dream I can throw back from a little paper cup? Balenciaga breakdowns, just getting all dressed up after painting all the makeup? She's a princess of prescriptions. She doesn't want to play the victim, but she's built a house of panic, learned the glamour can't really fix the manic. And we lie that healing's pretty when it's really pretty frantic. So may this poem be the proof that it's not something I choose, but that I've got nothing to lose. So maybe I'll go home now, 'cause it's time to make the move. Maybe I'll convince myself that I ain't got shit to prove. If you want to find me, don't. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You can find me on Instagram, M-I-C-H, like Mich, M-I-C-H, like my last name, A-R-B as in boy, I, D as in David, A-R-B-I-D. Thanks.
Give it up one more time for Mich. What happened? You tired? Give it up one more time for Mich. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm happy we're here still. All right, on deck, I have Hannah Blaseg. Yes, okay. And coming up to the mic, she's a singer. I just met her today. I'm in love with her hair color, and she's very, very kind. Give it up for Altorrz.
Yeah, I think this works. Hello, everyone. My name is Allison. I go by Altorrz, and I came here to volunteer, and now I'm singing. So this is my song called Free. I released it back in September. You can find it on all streaming platforms. And it's a song about letting go, inviting flow. Standing in my truth, ain't no shaking that, hitting incline on these blues. Who knew it'd be so sad? Yet I spring and I grow, I rise from the depths below. My soul, I trust my time, my flow, my vibe. Can't even deny the thrill I feel inside. Choosing me, feel so free, liberated from the negativity, headed to the top and I can't see what's going down. Fear won't stop my heart, yes, I'm in love with my crown. They ain't saying nothing, I'm the talk of the town. He mad that he dissed me, now he look like a clown. Standing in the deep end, yeah, I found my state of mind. To know me is to love me. Get in tune with my sound. Feel the melody heavy. Everlasting love, no bounds. You cross me, then I'm deadly. I'll knock all this shit down. I trust my time, my flow, my vibe. Can't even deny the thrill I feel inside. Choosing me, feel so free, liberated from the negativity. I trust my time, my flow, my vibe. Can't even deny the thrill I feel inside. Choosing me, feel so free, liberated from the negativity. Okay. Needing me now, you let our love dry. was pure like a dove. In your arms she died.
That was me. You could find me on Instagram and any streaming platform at Altorrz, A-L-T-O-R, 2 R's, Z. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Give it up for Allison. Allison that came. She done hit you with her little she hit you with Altorrz. She let you know she was also Allison and she came to volunteer and I got her working extra. And for free at that in this economy. Crazy. Give it up again for Allison. That was amazing. Thank you so much. All right, cool. So I have one more person before my halftime show. So on deck is the halftime show. But, what? What's happening in Harlem? I love that. Okay, we're coming up to the stage. Give it up for Hannah Blaseg.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. So it seems like one of the themes of the night is pink, so I'm going to keep that going. I've heard that a few times. This is a poem I wrote recently, and it's a little different. We'll see how it goes. Pink tip peaks painting ombre waters, cowbells chime singing mountain hymns. Somebody pinch me, maybe punch me. I must be dreaming. This fairy tale land seems like one of those things I'm not deemed worthy of, waiting for my rude awakening when I jump into the frigid Lake Lucerne. At least the cold will take away the ache of knowing that this beauty isn't mine to take. At least my body would be at peace amongst the pink tip peaks. But the pink tips will soon fade away. The swimming swans and ducks come back to the bay. The tourists and the locals both go back to lay in their beds at the end of the day. Maybe they also pray that the pink tips would stay frozen in time. Isn't there something one of those rich Swiss people could pay to rewind and replay today? But the Swiss are too strict with time. Their watches and trains are too fine-tuned. The watchmaker tells me they're top of the line. I take a break from staring into the lake's reflective shine to walk and watch this fisherman casting his line. He gets another fish latched, but immediately throws them all back. His empty fish sack lacks proof of any catch. Does he even care that his efforts are in vain? Does it not drive him insane to throw out his line again and again? Isn't it a pain to buy bait just to remain fishless? Does he not feel like he's wasting his time? Wait. He stopped. He's listening to the cowbell's hymnal chime, closing his eyes as if he's experiencing the sublime. Maybe all the fish he threw back is a sign that the pink tip peaks were never really mine. Thank you. You can find me on Instagram at Hannah Blaseg. I don't post any poetry yet, but you can still find me there. Thank you.
All right, well, it's time for our halftime show. Paul, you ready for this dance? I'm coming up close. He said, come close to the mic. No problem. All right. Let's see. Our poetry slams. We will start with the New Eurekan Bowery Slam every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club. The winner gets $20 cash money and a chance to compete at the Final Friday Slam. Doors open at 6:30, but the line is going to start hours ahead of that. If you want to slam for an opportunity at this Final Friday, please get there at like 3 o'clock. Not gonna lie to you. Okay, awesome. Let's go to the next slide, Paul. Our Final Friday Slam this month will be held virtually. It's November 28th, which is the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Don't support them. It's going to be via Zoom, and it's going to be free or donation-based. Winners from the New Eurekan Bowery Slam compete against each other. Gets $100 cash money, plus they are nominated to compete in our Grand Slam. Our Grand Slam, check you out with the double slide. I didn't even check that. I didn't know. I thought we were gonna go somewhere else. But our Grand Slam is gonna happen on December 26, 2025 at the Apollo Stage, Victoria Theater 1, Harlem, New York City. Tickets are going to be on sale on Thanksgiving, and the top 8 from this year's Slam scoreboard, which means like every Monday and every Friday, the top 8 from those will be nominated to compete. The prize for the Grand Slam is $1,000 cash money and the opportunity to participate on the 2026 Slam team. I'm so excited about that. The Final Friday Slam will return physically on January 30th, 2026. So in our new year, okay? Our open mics at the Loisaida Center. We're gonna start with me at Wow, it's us. Here we are. Every first Wednesday of every month, there's gonna be Woman Orator Wednesday, aka Wow. All acts are welcome here. But we usually try to get through our women first. So it's definitely about women and women representing artists. So we're gonna always go through our women first, and then we're gonna invite any testosterone in the building. Okay, cool. All other Wednesday weekly New Eurekan open mics are open to everyone in all styles, including poetry, comedy, music. All open mics at the Loisaida Center are live streamed just like this one. You can find it on our YouTube page. This is a great opportunity for all artists to have a high quality video of your work. We are living in an age where content is money, okay? Let's see. Oh, many events events, including the online open mic, slam workshops, 1,000-word open mic, and outdoor and indoor poetry events in Battery Park City, and more. Tickets and info for all of our programs can be found at neweurekan.org/calendar, or you can scan the QR code. You should be able to see it. The New Eurekan Poets Cafe is a nonprofit 501c3 organization. That means we're broke. That means that's what all the 50, yeah, that broke. We need your help. Well, we do need donations, no matter how big or small, because ticket sales and grants do not cover all of our programs and operations. It is always going to be tax deductible when you make a donation, so feel free to go to neweurekan.org/donate or scan that QR code, and you can join our Patreon too. Yeah, cool. Awesome. All right, so this is the part of the open mic where I want to invite the testosterone to hit the mic. And then I will also get the lovely honor of introducing our featured poet for the night. But before the testosterone come and bless the stage, I'm gonna do something for you. I don't really know what to do. Moment. Can we sing happy birthday to Ann? Yeah. Cool. Because as somebody's mama, I just want to say it's amazing that you are here, that you and your child want to spend this day together, as big as that child is. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ann with an E. Happy birthday to you. Give it up for Ed. Awesome. Okay, so I guess I'm going to read this piece. It's called Tooth, Nail, and Elbow. My father calls to tell me the heart attack did not win. My dad calls to tell me the medicine for his elbow tried to kill him. My papi calls to tell me that my son almost lost his bello by way of side effect. The doctor prescribed my pops a heart attack, figured his tendinitis was worth the risk. When he calls, it's just me, his ex-wife, and my chosen sister, and his last child driving to go get something to eat at a new restaurant in a familiar place. And this call feels like a familiar pain in a new spot of this body. My father calls to tell me that the side effects were heart disease and stroke, and he really would have taken the pain in his elbow. Says he really thought the worst side effects for something like that had to be diarrhea or a migraine, and he has 4 children and is working on his 3rd marriage, so alone time in the bathroom over a headache was nothing to cry over. I do not cry, not once. It does shoot through me like lightning, but the thunder never comes, and that's oddly silent of me, to house a feeling so tenderly, to keep the fear quiet enough to fool the body into believing it's tranquility we've been yearning for, frozen with the assumption that a doctor almost prescribed my daddy a death date over some arthritis in his fucking elbow, and I'm still young enough to have shit I'm not ready to talk about. And then I think, what the fuck will I do if he gets a pain in his knee that requires a liver? Or what if his back pain requires a lung? And what if all that just requires me to take all the calls and say what I can before there's a pain in his toe worth? My father calls to tell me the heart attack did not win, and we live to fight another day, tooth, nail, and elbow.
Word. Yeah, I wasn't ready for that my damn self. I didn't know that's what that poem was about. Shout outs to that. It was cool. So coming up to the stage, I didn't give y'all no on deck, my bad. You know who you are. Give it up for Jamal. You taller than me?
My daughter is the beginning of a poem. My daughter is the smile at the end of a war. I dream of her painting a sunrise and wake up to a sky that tries its best. My daughter is a good day's favorite color. She's the part of the song I wish I was better voiced to sing. My daughter is a sunset spinning in this evening's bouquet of blessings. May she always know who God is. There's a lot of heaven between here and my daughter's smile. There's just not enough time between now and I'll love you forever. If my baby wanted the moon, I would grow her one. I pray she always knows where to find freedom. My daughter is forever free. She's free to play. She's free to break. She's free to dance, try, tug, tap, twirl, talk, taste, take, tear, twist. She's free to be human, even when she's so much more. A garden spirit placed their hands over her mother's stomach to grow a very specific flower. My daughter will be free after dinner, after she eats whatever she wants. She's an expensive girl. It's never McDonald's or Wendy's, more seafood boils and oxtails. I guess she just loves the taste of her heritage. She spits out broken poems as she tries to speak in her grandmother's accent. And anytime she hugs me, she leaves glitter all over my soul. My daughter tiptoes through a field of galaxies and brings me back stardust every time. One day, she'll be on the receiving end of a poem that I didn't write, and then I'll say, I told you so. My daughter plays somewhere in the space between prayer and God. And somewhere between prophet and prophecy, my daughter has turned me into a man. And here I am, a vessel, sent here to be in awe of her, to peel her oranges, to wash her plates. A father is the perfect servant. And how lucky am I to be a father to the moon, related to the wind. The ocean kisses me on my cheek and says things like, I love you, Dad. And when she laughs, it always sounds like the beginning of a poem. Thank you. My Instagram is Sage the Racer.
Give it up again for Jamal. Give it up again. Jamal's daughter is actually really wonderful. Like, he doesn't deserve her, but he got her. Also, Jamal also runs a page called Modern Poet NYC. And you should follow that. You're going to find some of the most amazing artists, if not the most amazing artists from this time. And you're going to find a few legends there as well. Yeah, make sure to follow him. So
Oh no, there is no more on deck, right? Because on deck is literally our feature. So after this performer, we're gonna have a beautiful feature, and I get to introduce her and like read a bio and shit. But closing us out, and I'm very, very excited to have this particular gentleman closing us out. He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal, and he's absolutely somebody that the scene is looking out for right now. So give it up. Last on our open mic list for the night. Okay, holla at me. He technically the last signed up person, but we might be able to go do another. I was getting some information from the wings, but we might be able to go through this list again. If you are interested in that, raise your hand. If you're interested on coming back up to the microphone. Cool, we only have 2 people, so I'll tell you what. After our feature, is it after our feature? After our feature, we'll allow these 2 more poets to go. That's Molly, that's Rin, right? Check me out. Good on the names. Yeah, brain's still working. But with all the love that you have, that second time when I told y'all to get it right, remember earlier in the show? That loudness, that I want that. Give it up for my good friend and amazing artist, Marcus Stokes!
I've heard I don't look tall online. Every bit of 5'11". This poem, I'm not going to introduce the poem. Listen to the poem. Vicissitude, a change of circumstances or fortune, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant. We can't plan for the ups and downs that life brings our way, but we can expect them, welcome them with grace as they are inevitable. God's pen writes all genres and the pages turn involuntarily. Some chapters of fairy tale, others horror or espionage, science fiction even. But God's pen blends all of them into romance. But every rhyme ain't calm, never all the time. There's always ups and downs in the storyline. That's how they all design. Work things out or you gonna resign. Life's a ride, drive safe, high stakes, traffic jams. Times get hard to dance when these are the breaks. Sometimes trust breaks, foundations shake and rattle. All's fair in love and war, we battle our shadows. Fight our inner demons with arrows left long ago from Cupid. The more arrows, the better warrior, but the cost is expensive. Heartbreak lies in every arrow struck. Sometimes can be enough, but sometimes we play Luther, never too much. We learn it's not black and white as we age, it's 50 shades of gray. It's the brighter days with sun rays we weigh against the rain. We age finer than wine, and love operates outside of time. So promise of forever isn't really out of line, even on days where shoulders froze like it's cold in here. We're warm in each other's arms through our golden years. We'll strengthen our lovers' bond. Don't let go, it's here. We squeeze tighter. We hold stronger. No matter what's going on, we go onward. No matter what's going wrong, we right our wrongs in our living quarters. As the dollar dies, we redefine. Spare change is inevitable. But love is priceless. My name is Marcus Stokes, and that's what it says on Instagram. Thank you.
And that's what it says on Instagram. I lied. I told you that my feature was gonna go next, but my feature actually has some beautiful books for sale, so I'm gonna put her last so that we can keep the momentum going right after she hits this microphone. We're gonna buy some books, right? Right? Okay, all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to perform something else, and then on deck will be Molly. Yeah? Okay. And then right after Molly will be Rin. And then I will introduce our beautiful feature of the night. Okay? Cool beans. I have been reading things out of my phone, and so I'm not going to stop. I am going to go back and read some shit on my phone. I read this I host another open mic in the Bronx. On a Thursday of every month.
And Marcus came to the last one, but I read this note. It's called Monster Music. It was supposed to be like an idea. I told y'all guys that I slam. So it was like an idea for this slam poem that did not go over well with the people in my camp at the time. It is about an older woman who lives next door to me and who plays like R. Kelly music all the time. And she, in her defense, right, like that's her jam. She grew up in a time where that was her thing, and it's not the man, it's the music. But this poem was about this situation, and it starts off with a quote from Picasso that says, "Women are machines for suffering." I live next door to an 87-year-old, trigger warning. Well, I know that it's somebody's birthday tonight. Miss Loretta knows exactly what is wrong with a little bump and grind. Knew it back in 94 when age was nothing but a rich man's arithmetic, glorified by billboards. The kids call her Mrs. Rob Piper, a pedophile safe space. I call her Miss Loretta ain't turning shit down for your comfort for 62 years. She's lived on this block longer than Americans have been fluent in the rhetoric designed to rescue women, has in her life already turned herself down in more ways than once. A silence implemented to keep the powerful protected. I still try to hush her two-step. Ask her if the damage isn't greater than the music, if she can turn her playlist into something softer. And then she says, "What's more triggering than a nigga in some Yeezys and a MAGA hat? As much as I am kettle, you are black. As you young bloods like to say, that guilt you want me to feel is cap. I got receipts for your blue suede shoes. See you popping fireworks and collecting holiday pay for the 19th of June. Heard you was gonna cook for Indigenous Peoples Day in your condo down by Columbus Circle. Could bet you think real music turns sons into news clips and dance moves, screaming me too and getting sturdy to a hit list. I know the drill. Immortalized by privilege, but still muse you Picasso and cast stones while your Jesus piece is still missing an afro, claiming to be woke and acting like I can't step in the name of love because of how the lyrics got wrote. Even the devil did God's work. Call me Miss the fuck ever you want, but ain't no way you gonna get me to turn this good music off. I appreciate you. My camp was like, you can't take that to no Women of the World slam. They gonna boo you off the stage. And I appreciate them. You know, it doesn't do good in all rooms. So on deck, I have Rin. It's the music, not the man. I appreciate you. I mean, we also are living in a time where a lot of like our idols are being exposed for the monsters that they are. And like, I'm in a place where, so the title of the piece is Monster Music, but I wonder if you know, like, when I think about the things that we're going through with the art and the artist, it's like, do the sins of the parents fall upon the child? Does the sins of the artist fall upon the art? How many songs made by this man has gotten people through hard times in their life? How many songs made by any of these vicious people have gotten us through hard times or just matter to us? And so there's this weighing out what we keep and what we discard, and it's just a weird thing. But thank you for making space for me and for that. Coming on deck, we have Rin, but coming up to the stage, give it up one more time for Mollie.
All right, I'm back. This is Do Not Disturb. Phone on Do Not Disturb that you keep on checking. You're just disturbing yourself at this point. Nothing there, no one awaiting your reply, stamping coffee cups, pastry bags because you're supposed to, because it passes time, because maybe it's your job. All alone in an almost empty cafe, stamp the bags, stack them in a line, a man passes by. That was always my favorite part, stamping the bags. Your face is blank. I used to work here, he adds. Are you the same then? You and him, he worked this job, here to serve, stamping the bags, and it gave him a satisfaction, the thing you're always deeply lacking. Your face stays blank, unable to muster a reaction. Deleting social media is not enough. Really, you want to delete your messages, toss away this phone, amputate the infected limb so you could just stop checking it. Do not disturb, but you're always disturbed. Poking and prodding, fully available, ready for someone to scoop you up, something to happen. It's a lie, really, the do not disturb. Sabrina, what do you like to do? You ask the new girl. She's tall. Everyone says that. Have you met Sabrina? She's so tall. She's a few years older than you, but sweet in that from a southern state way. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm so tired, you tell her, looking up to her big height. She nods, all sweetly and full of southern understanding. You're young. Thanks. And when does it stop? That compliment, the young, and where are you supposed to be when it ends? Not working at an empty cafe, and hopefully not a busy one either. Not that. Not waiting for a text back. Slide down the phone screen, check your notifications. You can't stop disturbing yourself. You can't write notes app poetry about that person. That would be pathetic. Like the way you don't know what you're doing, like the way you keep caring about everyone, like the way you think everyone cares. Everyone, that person, just this guy of whom you should really beware. And the way you check for messages, the texts that aren't there is pathetic. Like the way you stamp bags, the ink, prints uneven, fat smudges, a mess. Do not disturb is the feeling of a walk by yourself, the absence of another body beside you in bed. These days, alone is better than sick, with the illness of want, the sickness of waiting to be disturbed. Yet it's pathetic to see no one. It's pathetic, all this checking your phone, with the ink all over your hands, the trails with every touch, there to catch you, and you're needing, chasing, pleading, for some glimpse of passionate intrusion, a text back, a purpose. You're stuck here, clocked in, begging for disturbance. Thank you.
Okay, for real this time. Last on the open mic, give it up for Rin. Stop it. Y'all don't like Rin? Is there something about Rin? Wait, the Rin, wait for me. Wait, come on now. See, they got it together. You can't be moving till the people know how they want to act.
Good? Good? All right, cool. All right. This one is called St. Nicholas Avenue. For my people, somebody said Harlem. Harlem? Nobody from Harlem? Harlem? No? Damn, all right. We set the trends. We big steppers, go-getters, fit checkers. Tim stomping harder than the Harlem Globetrotters, rocking those Converse. 90s fashion, second to none, the pinky ring, pink mink era of Cameron, a place where mothers warn their seed. Don't be ripping and running the streets, so let's get uptown faster than I can blink. I'm just trying to write faster than I can think. Can you feel it? This is really me in a New York minute. Listen, my town keeps you humble. It's the Big Apple, the concrete jungle where you either hunt or you become food. What I'm saying ain't nothing new. The streets hold the memory of so many souls carrying history like the stage at Apollo. In my domain, I am a tough act to follow. But since there's no day like today and no promise of tomorrow, after my last line, I'll pass the mic and I'll let you shine. Give love so all the hoods will learn to be fine. Like summers where Unc grilled to, do you remember the time? It was during those block parties in between the brownstones. Kids better be home before the streetlights come on. No gunshots or cops harassing, just youngins riding dirt bikes, cars double parked, music blasting. Long fish spot lines in the corner of 145th. No gatekeeping, I'll pass the spliff, but crack is wax to stay away from 125th. No more coke lines, no pills, no Fenty. Come on, keep up with me. We seen the 80s, we 90s babies, into manifesting, into growth, into claiming. So remember what you say can be life-changing. And life is like chess, and how you play can be life-saving. But this is where I gotta pass the mic and like the best chopped cheese you never had. I'll leave you craving. Thank you.
Always happening divinely for me because passing the mic like a chopped cheese, this is crazy. This is crazy. I feel like there's nothing more fitting for the transition we're about to make. So, without further ado, our feature tonight is Marlo DeFogo, right?
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure I didn't get that messed up. I've been calling Marlo just Marlo. I don't ever call her by her first and last name. She really my friend. All right. So Marlo DeFogo is a spoken word artist known for her powerful storytelling and animated stage presence. Her poetry explores themes of mental health, grief, identity, and sexuality. She is a 3-time slam champion. Her work was published in 2024's Poet Choice Anthology, 7 Jumbled Words, and she is the author of Metamorphosis, the anthology journal. Marlo is also the founder, curator, and host of the monthly poetry event, The Butterfly Effect. Through her art, Marlo offers a voice for shared human experiences to emphasize the transformative powers of vulnerability and connection. Marlo's amazing. She's also like really good at interior design. She loves the color orange. She loves everything butterfly. She always gives really good hugs. She's amazing. She is really amazing, and she always makes me feel so very welcome and so very important to like poetry and the movement, and not a lot of people can do that for me. And so I thank you for being here tonight. I thank you for sharing your art with us tonight. And now give it up like you mean it for real, because I done taught y'all how to act right. Give it up for Marlo! I love you. You're amazing. Hi, y'all. Okay, I need more energy. Hi, y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm tired as hell. Life is a bitch, but that bitch can fight, right? So I need your energy to like keep me through this, okay? Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, I want to start off with some new shit. That's cool? New shit. Okay. Let me lock in. Have y'all heard of that girl, Marlo DeFogo? She's a spoken word artist who gets on stages speaking her truth, and not to mention, she's hella fly. She got locks, tattoos, and most days is wearing her champ necklace too. Hi, she is me, and my name ties back to my ancestry. It be parts of me like Nana's carbon copy, like waking to the smell of roses in her garden, then feeling sand-soaked feet in the evening, later to be bathed in lake or ocean, open water, holy floating. It's also where my people be. Cabo Verde, do you hear me? It's giving your ancestor protects you through the gift of a cont de orju. As Auntie Spoon bursts belts, filling bellies of canja, Caldo Verde, cachupa, and then we pass out of the pain away. See, my name directly translates to a drop in the ocean of fire. Meaning, if you come for me, I will send back tsunami and wildfire. I'll drown out your complacency, then burn whatever is left of your pathetic legacy, because I'm tired of hearing diary entries offered as slam pieces. Don't nobody want to hear a poor me poet, a he-man woman-hating bigot, or a pesky pick-me pretty please bitch, so keep it. And don't ever think you fucking with me. See, the last avatar ain't got shit on me. I possess all elements and will bend any and every one, because watered-down art is disrespectful. So let me bring you back down to earth as I set fire to your hope I wouldn't knock the air out your chest long ago. The 4 nations live together in harmony. But don't get it twisted. When spirit needs me most, I will not vanish. Just because I'm composed of both depth and destruction still, I am sweetheart, divine feminine, passenger princess, community leader, that bitch, and that nigga. I'm a whole lot. So if anyone ever asks you who is Marlo DeFogo, you tell them she's the poster child for duality. She's a little bit of this and that. She's good and bad. She will go tick for tat. Hold on. I kind of derailed the plot a bit, just bragging and shit, so let's run it back. Once upon a time, I went by the name Rose, because I'm as pretty as a flower, but still equipped with thorns that'll make you bleed somehow. I blossomed beyond the garden that was given to me. It was a collapsing of an ecosystem. A dead rose longing for plush petals met the door of an ego death and was too wilted to knock, yet still managed to come through haphazardly. All pride, no promise, crooked collar and scuffed shoes with laces untied just to find on the other side was a mirror, asking who I be, but finding an answer felt like a Sisyphean task, so I fell to my knees and grieved. Then darkness became my safety. I metamorphed into a better me with intentions to build community. Now, I ain't ever shying away from telling people I am the rose who grew from the concrete, plucked itself out and transformed into a butterfly ready to avenge a caterpillar's stagnancy. So, moving forward, it will always be yours truly, Marlo DeFogo. was cool. That was new. I just, before I go into this next poem, because I need to catch my breath, and also, I want to say thank you to the New Eureka Poets Cafe for having me. Thank you to Sumbodies Mama, one of like the first poets that I ever saw perform, who I was like, oh, I could be on stage and I don't got to talk about love. Like, I could just be my raw self. Love that. So love her. Give it up for your host for show. Yeah. And also, thank you to everybody who touched this mic. Y'all did beautiful. Thank you to everybody who came to just enjoy the poetry. Thank you to my friends for popping out. And yeah, I'm going to get into this next piece. This one isn't a new piece, but it's one I haven't done in a while. So I was like, yeah, why not? So let's see if I remember it, okay? And if I don't, I'm going to look at my phone. It's okay. Okay, let me lock it. I never needed a choir. Was never the one to crave the sound of harmony. See, I'd rather be a solo. The beat to my own drum, the air that can only come from my diaphragm. 'Cause sure, a harmony is a beautiful noise, but have you ever thought about what lies within the sheet music? How counterparts are so quickly willing to take your spot, how convenient it was for them to study your tone. Does that not make you wonder? Wonder if your voice is being drowned out amidst the sound of everyone else's, like no one could pick out the chord you struck, couldn't break apart a symphony to define which tune came from the deepest part of your belly. You'd only be a part of the melody, lost in the composition, consumed by the tempo, and wouldn't that just make you distorted music? Squandered away, longing for a higher frequency. And I know the saying lost in the music is supposed to be a good one, but how am I supposed to disregard my surroundings when all I've ever known is the rhythm of percussion, how it backboned my trauma, became the chorus to every song I sang, couldn't remove the beating, I mean the beat, even if I tried. See, I never needed a choir. For my self-loathing and perseverance was all the ensemble I needed to orchestrate a balanced opus, 'cause within me is both soprano and bass. There's already enough to get lost in the highs, stabilize the lows, and what more could you need in a single measure of music? I mean a single human being besides. A solo is far more impressive, for it displays the artist's individuality and stage presence, how they escort an audience from adagio to crescendo, relying on only themselves. So I encourage you to return to your mark, 'cause the pitch has been off for far too long. And don't you want the recording of you singing your greatest song not to be some fucking sing-along where some people aren't hitting the right key? 'Cause personally, I'd feel more at ease if the fate of the performance was solely on me. So although it is said that the purpose of a choir is to depict unity, I think we must acknowledge that a solo does just that, only internally, illustrating how I became conductor to the musical battle within me. You see, I never needed a choir. Just a spotlight to illuminate the most beautiful composition consisting of just me. I remembered it. Oh my God. Woo! I haven't done that in months. That's crazy. Crazy. And only ran it on my way here. Cool. All right. So, like Sumbodies Mama said, I am the author of Metamorphosis, the anthology journal. It's my debut poetry collection that I dropped in August, and it's called an anthology journal because each poem is accompanied by a journal prompt and blank pages, because I want my art to become intertwined with yours so that you can reflect on what I presented to you and so on and so forth. So I want to read you one of the poems from this book that I never perform, because this book is full of this book is full of like all of the mushy gushy stuff. I like to say that I'm like an aggressive poet, like I don't do that soft shit. But this book, I did that soft shit. So I want to share a little bit of that with y'all. Okay, thank you. LOL, I just realized what you said. Okay. But remember when I said life been kicking my ass lately? Yeah, this poem's a little bit on that topic. It is called Can't Go Back. And I actually wrote it in a writing session with my friends in the front row. Okay. I can't go back because it feels too comforting, but not comforting enough to want to stay, because it felt easy, but required the longest demonstration. If I went back, it revealed my devotion to masochism, would show the scabs I picked over and over and over, but I can't bring myself to see that. Besides, I've already convinced myself I conceal them well. After all, don't they say you can't heal in the same place that hurt you? So how do I reopen wounds I'm not convinced have even begun to heal? Would that not insinuate that I have yet to leave? Would that not make me the definition of insanity? See, I can't go back. It would make it too real. Flashbacks would become reality. Then I'd remember why I left, so I'd leave again. Then I'd be back asking myself if healing is a possibility for me. I can't go back. I just can't. Thank you. Thank you. And to give you a little preview on what the journal prompts look and sound like, the one that's attached to that poem reads as, is there any past relationships, platonic or romantic, you can't rekindle or repair, and why can't you go back? That's a little sneak peek in the book, so buy the book. I got copies with me, you feel me? I got one more piece for y'all. And this piece I'm going to do because it is Sumbodies Mama's favorite piece that she told me of mine, and also Marcus's. I'm gonna do that. Hold on, I need water. I want to give this one my all, you know what I'm saying? I want to do this one right. Okay. Blessed be the tribe who congregate at 3 to stay aligned, you know. Around demon time, they be writing lines, breaking down metaphors one at a time, reminding you what it is to be alive. CCC, they be clocked in at the witching hour, tapping into their full power. Ain't no potential, just essential ink spilt from dirty pages, leaving footprints as they stomp on stages. They are a testament to living art. They breathe and you believe, they scream and you heed, they whisper and you realize words ain't never sounded better. How your skin turned to braille, moved by their mountains, carried along their trail. But remember, they lived through trauma to be able to bestow that knowledge upon you. You got lost in their magic, forgetting it was never about you. So blessed be the tribe who congregate at 3 to stay aligned. The world never wanted us to be awake at that time, yet here we are, fully divine, laid back damn near in recline, cataloging through Akashic records, submerged in our own depth, losing track of which pelagic zone we've reached, because in this ocean, there is no such thing as going too deep, for we are a self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. We dive and descend at an alarming rate, yet still no signs of nitrogen narcosis, no effects to judgment or coordination, just the building of nations, or rather unknowingly working towards a culmination. And I'd like to know, when the fuck my people gonna get their reparations? I said my people, my multi-hyphenated diversity hired people, my women, my black women, my black queer women, my black queer artist women, my people. Be wondering when y'all gonna let us shine so we can talk about the climb. Only this time it'll only be recited to those who we call mine. So blessed be the tribe who congregate at 3 to stay aligned. I can feel the pumping of blood to your heart, for you are tethered to mine. I said blessed be the tribe who congregate at 3 to stay aligned, you know, around demon time. Thank you. Again, my name is Marlo DeFogo. I am a spoken word artist. I am the curator and host of the monthly poetry event called The Butterfly Effect, and our next show is actually on November 18th, and we are featuring the lovely poet Ukba and Gabriel Ramirez. So 2 crazy features. So I would love to see some of your beautiful faces there. So you could follow that events page on Instagram at The Butterfly Effect Poetry. And yeah, I got books with me. Thank you again to Sumbodies Mama. Thank you again to New Yorican. Thank you again to everybody who touched the mic. And thank you to everybody who pulled up just to enjoy poetry. Thank y'all. Paul in the wing. Am I still asking that question? So I lied to you, and it's not my fault this time, but they just want to utilize the time. Is there anyone else who's interested on coming back up here? No? That's fine. I will, in the interest of the fact that we want to monopolize my time, I'm just going to perform this last piece. Yeah? I lied to you. I love to lie. No, I don't. I'm really bad at it. That's why I got to keep coming back up here and telling on myself. So I'm going to invite a little more testosterone on the stage because they are the only person left that wants to perform a little something. And then I'm going to close out with a piece. But give it up one last time for my good friend, Jamal.
Brittany has been single for 4 years. Lately, she's been doing well at work and has a booming social life, but is still plagued by the loneliness that comes with freedom. Michaela's a bit more on the wild side. One Thanksgiving, she pranked her entire family as everyone unknowingly gave a toast with ayahuasca in their wine glasses. Michaela is a fun girl. And Brittany loves a fun girl. And Michaela loves a girl who loves a fun girl. It was a match made in apocalyptic heaven. You know, it's funny. Even when standing in the ashes of a world once green, we look for love, and they both needed something softer than what the world could offer at the moment. Their first date was cute. Some cozy little coffee shop. Michaela says, let's skip the small talk and get right into reality. My favorite color is white supremacy. My favorite number is 326 black people were killed by cops last year. I'm a Pisces. I love your shoes. And if we rush through this little brunch, we can still make it in time to catch the rest of a genocide. Brittany was infatuated. How can a lover make this place look so pretty? Doesn't that sunset look so perfect? That cloud kind of looks like a bomb dropping on children with broken bones as their skin melts into our memory but still won't make the history books. Brittany didn't want to admit it, but she was falling in love. She even started to plan their future together. One day they'll get their first apartment, buy a car, go grocery shopping. Michaela's vegan, but that doesn't keep her away from the bullshit. They end up looking for missing kids in aisle 7. Babe, I told you to bring the grocery list, not the Epstein. They pick up chips and dip because they're hosting game night, but can barely get through a round of Uno before ICE bombards through the barrio to draw 4 of their neighbors away from their home. Uno out my country, the masked men scream as they rip a father away from his daughter. Why are you crying? It's just a game. Michaela keeps hinting that she wants a family of her own one day. They talk about how they won't raise their kids on tablets, just board games and pen and paper. They'll have to learn to kill time with things like Scrabble or Hangman. And the letters will always spell out Trey Reed. What's wrong, babe? You've barely touched your tax dollars that's been paying for all of this. The holidays were coming up. On Halloween, they leave out candy for unarmed black boys doing their best impression of dead men. They don't celebrate Thanksgiving, and on Christmas Eve, Michaela cries. You see, Brittany knows somewhere in America there is a woman putting on her best dress to go to some young new bomb church searching for her husband. Michaela knows somewhere else in the world there is a woman, distressed, going through the rubble of a newly bombed church searching for her husband. Michaela's heart is heavy knowing this Christmas, Santa will bring kids heaven. Children will open boxes wrapped in ceasefire and become Mary, Mary martyrs. Michaela wants to know if those kids are real. Do they really exist? And does heaven have a playground? Brittany says, take my hand. Michaela doesn't know if they can continue to make love through the massacre. Those kids are real. They really exist. And heaven better have a fucking playground. Brittany asks, well, how are we supposed to cope with all of this? Michaela says that there's a bar near her crib. And on Tuesdays, they have $8 margaritas and free Palestines. Thank you.
Give it up. Give it up for all the artists that touched the microphone tonight. Give it up for yourselves. I got this last piece that I'm gonna do for y'all, and this piece is called Testimony. I'm gonna do this tonight because for the last couple of days, right? So I also have like 2 regular day jobs where I pretend to be a regular person. And every now and again, people come into my job and they're like, girl, I saw you on the TikTok. I saw you on the Instagram. I see you and you're doing things and you're not just the girl behind the counter. You're not just the girl at the coffee shop. And then they find out like your stage name is Sumbodies Mama. Are you really raising a child? And I am. Shout outs to you, Mozzie. Mommy love you. He's watching. He's absolutely watching. He been keeping tabs on me. I'm being raised by my child. It's crazy. But I want to dedicate tonight's performance of this piece to all of the moms who recognize who I am at my day job, and they say, wow, I can't believe you're doing it. Wow, I can't believe you work this job, you chase your dreams, you parent, and you're doing all of these things. And it's possible, it's hard as hell, but it's worth it. And I just want to dedicate this to all of those people who see me, right? Cool. And also like this crazy, so I've been getting a lot of opportunities. I have been on this journey back to poetry and like as a performer for the last almost 2 years. It'll make 2 years in March, and I have received so many opportunities and so many like so many great titles this year, and I want to dedicate this to that growth as well. All right, cool. My mama used to say, girl, if you stand still long enough, God will call you to move. And my mama ain't no lie. I mean, for 13 years, I sat in the belly of a whale. I mean, I was swallowed or waiting until God came, troubled the water, which, if said plainly, means for 13 years I refused to write. Because I was convinced that points outweighed my testament. See, points are synonymous with doubt. Doubt is synonymous with fear. Fear quiets the glory in the girl, and Pandora's the poet's testimony. To do either is blasphemous. To do either is to question the resurrection. I mean, I stopped writing because the applause did not last long enough for me to truly feel my shit. I mean, I got drunk off the shake of the stage. I mean, once upon a block somewhere in the Bronx, God gave me a purpose I could pour all my hunger into. I mean, I was hungry or empty, and he filled the void with a lover or a book. I mean, a hero or a language that understood just how hungry broke bitches from the Bronx be. I mean, I was sure I was a bitch and from the block, and that I felt like a waste of breath, which, if said plainly, means I allowed my ego to create a crucifix on which I took God's gifts in vain. To do this is synonymous with silence. Silence is an immaculate excuse. The poet calls it writer's block. The girl calls it 9 to 5, both are root words for standing in your own way. Both are root words for a faulty faith. I mean, for 13 years, I was hearing that in a name tag. I was 37-hour weeks talking shit about the poems I wrote on my break. I was calling myself a fraud, convinced that I could feel the hunger I felt with the busy of a temporary life. I mean, I made myself busy enough to swallow my purpose. Trespassed against myself. I mean, I was swallowed or waiting or standing in my own way until God came, troubled the water. He sent the poet a microphone and the girl a mountain that would not move until I became synonymous with surrender and remembered to praise every day I live a life worth writing for. Praise the hunger and the empty. How I stayed busy enough to make God laugh. I mean, to be both girl and poet is a praise dance, which is to say my mama ain't no lie. Faith is blind. I closed my eyes and now I see me clear. For 13 years I stood still, and then God came and moved everything. Thank you for coming out. Thank you to my sound crew. Thank you to the volunteers. Thank you to Cap at the merch table. Do me a favor. Hit up our artist Marlo and buy her out. That's a wrap, y'all. Thank you.